An alien guard's scornful laughter echoed through the metallic corridors of the Galactic jail as he watched the humans struggle under the harsh, unyielding conditions. The alien's dismissive comment, "This primitive doesn't stand a chance," cut through the sterile air, blending with the hum of the advanced security systems that monitored every inch of the high-tech prison. The jail was a marvel of alien engineering, a sprawling fortress of shimmering alloys and energy shields, designed specifically to break down its inhabitants, pushing them to their limits in a grueling test of resilience and adaptability. The walls, lined with screens and sensors, displayed an array of alien species, each one suffering under the oppressive environment, but none as conspicuous as the human. The human, a solitary figure in the middle of the cell block, stood out starkly against the cold, metallic surroundings. Their skin, though tough and resilient, was marked by bruises from earlier encounters. Their eyes, however, shone with a steely resolve. The human's physical appearance was unremarkable by galactic standards, slender, with an average height and a face marked by the weariness of captivity. Yet, there was an intensity in their gaze that suggested they were far from beaten. The human's unique biology allowed them to adapt to the extreme conditions of the jail. Despite the high gravity and harsh radiation, their body was responding positively, exhibiting signs of adaptation that defied the aliens' expectations. They seemed to thrive under the duress that was meant to break them. Internally, the human processed the harshness of their surroundings with a stoic calm. They noted every detail, the exact layout of their cell, the patterns of the guard rotations, and the subtle variations in the environmental controls. Each observation was a piece of a larger puzzle. The humans' conditioning allowed them to endure physical discomfort, but their true strength lay in their mental fortitude. As they navigated the oppressive conditions, they mentally mapped out their surroundings, preparing for a future moment when they could turn the environment to their advantage. The aliens' attempts to break their spirit only served to fuel their determination. The alien prisoners, varied in shape and species, observed the human with a mix of curiosity and scorn. Their bullying was relentless. Jeers and sneers accompanied every attempt to exploit the human's perceived weaknesses. One particularly aggressive alien, with a towering frame and razor-sharp teeth, frequently taunted the human, throwing objects into their cell and mocking their struggles. The bullying was not merely for sport. It was a test of dominance, a way for the aliens to assert their superiority in a place where they had been reduced to mere specimens. They perceived the human as an easy target, a lesser being whose resilience was nothing more than a passing phase. However, the human was not merely surviving, they were adapting. Their unique biology allowed them to withstand the harsh conditions with greater ease than the aliens anticipated. Each day, the human grew more attuned to the environment, using their discomfort as a tool to understand the jail's complex systems. They noticed how the alien technology interacted with the jail's systems, learning to exploit minor malfunctions and use them to their advantage. The human strategy involved not just enduring but subtly manipulating their surroundings. Their apparent struggle was a facade, a part of a larger, more intricate plan. As the bullying continued, the human began laying the groundwork for a significant action, carefully orchestrating their movements to set the stage for a future escape or uprising. The aliens' attempts to break the human spirit were futile in the face of such resilience. The humans' adaptability and strategic thinking were turning the tables on their oppressors, preparing the way for a confrontation that would make the aliens deeply regret their miscalculation. The aliens' bullying escalated swiftly. Their initial taunts and jeers grew into more severe forms of harassment, physical confrontations and psychological games designed to humiliate. Alien guards, their faces twisted with disdain, began deliberately obstructing the humans' efforts to adapt. They tossed food into the cell, making it inedible, and increased the frequency of punitive environmental adjustments, such as surges in gravity or fluctuations in temperature. This escalation was intended to crush the human spirit, to make them a broken example for the others. Yet, each act of cruelty only hardened the human's resolve. Internally, the human wrestled with mounting frustration and the crushing weight of humiliation. The alien tormentors might have been pushing them to the edge, but they were also sharpening the human's focus. Each indignity became a motivation, each setback a reason to push forward with their hidden agenda. The humans' strategic planning was meticulous. While appearing to struggle under the intensified conditions, they were actually assessing every facet of the jail's systems. Their observations focused on the patterns of guard shifts, the cycles of environmental changes, and the jail's various security features. The human mapped out the facility's layout in their mind, noting every weak point and potential opportunity. Their apparent distress served as a perfect cover. They used the bullying as a smokescreen, making it seem as though they were solely focused on enduring the harsh environment. Meanwhile, they began subtly manipulating the jail's systems. Small adjustments to the control panels, tampering with sensors, and minor alterations to environmental controls were part of their plan. These actions were barely noticeable, but they were setting the stage for a larger disruption. In their daily interactions, the humans skillfully concealed their true intentions. They maintained a facade of helplessness while covertly adjusting their environment. They would feign exhaustion or fear, all the while working on a hidden plan. The aliens, perceiving the human as nothing more than a broken entity, grew increasingly complacent. They mocked the human openly, their confidence buoyed by the belief that the human was incapable of any meaningful resistance. This overconfidence allowed the human to operate unnoticed, laying the groundwork for their eventual coup. A turning point came when the human's subtle manipulations began to manifest tangible results. A previously unnoticed malfunction in one of the jail's critical systems caused an unexpected power fluctuation. This minor anomaly was a direct result of the human's tampering. The power surge led to a temporary blackout in a section of the facility, creating a brief but crucial window of opportunity. The aliens, initially dismissing it as a minor glitch, started to notice more significant disruptions. Alarms sounded, and systems began to falter, revealing the first signs that something was amiss. The guards' growing anxiety was evident as they scrambled to address the issues, their earlier confidence replaced by a creeping sense of unease. Despite their efforts, they remained unaware of the human's role in orchestrating the chaos. The human watched from the shadows, their plan unfolding with each passing moment. The humans' final preparations were a blend of precision and patience. Every element of their plan was meticulously aligned, from the timing of the environmental disruptions to the specific systems targeted for malfunction. They adjusted the last pieces of the intricate setup, tweaking the jail's energy circuits, carefully setting traps within the control panels, and ensuring that every minor alteration was in place. The human's face, hidden from view by the shadows of their cell, bore a calm, calculating expression. The aliens, wrapped in their misplaced confidence, continued to underestimate the human's capabilities. Their interactions remained filled with taunts and scorn, their belief that the human was nothing more than a broken individual feeding their complacency. When the moment of execution arrived, the humans sprang into action. They triggered a series of pre-planned manipulations, activating hidden overrides in the jail's control systems, initiating a cascade of power surges, and exploiting the previously tampered sensors. The environment became chaotic as the jail's systems started to fail. Lights flickered, alarms blared, and the climate control went haywire. The humans' manipulations had caused a significant breach, a full-scale malfunction that affected critical functions across the facility. The immediate effects were profound. Energy shields failed, locking mechanisms malfunctioned, and communication systems went down. The once sterile and controlled environment descended into turmoil. Aliens rushed about in confusion, struggling to understand the source of the chaos, and trying to regain control over the failing systems. As the situation deteriorated, panic set in among the aliens. Their previous arrogance turned to frantic attempts to resolve the crisis. Guards, engineers, and technicians scrambled, their authority undermined by the magnitude of the malfunction. The jail, designed to be a fortress, was now a crumbling structure of instability and fear. The humans seized the opportunity. They moved with purpose through the chaos, exploiting the failures and using the confusion to their advantage. They navigated through the disordered facility with ease, their earlier preparations now coming to fruition. Their advantage was clear. While the aliens floundered, the human was in control of the situation. The tide of the conflict turned as desperation set in among the aliens. Their frantic efforts to fix the failing systems only made things worse, as the malfunction intensified and new problems arose. Their attempts to escape or regain control were met with repeated failures. Amidst the escalating chaos, the human remained focused, orchestrating the final steps of their plan with calculated precision. Their satisfaction grew as they witnessed the aliens' downfall, a testament to their resilience and strategic brilliance. The humans' triumph was not merely in the successful execution of their plan but in the demonstration of their ability to overcome even the most daunting challenges with ingenuity and determination. The fallout from the humans' actions was immediate and extensive. The malfunction had wreaked havoc throughout the jail. Critical systems were down, including security measures and environmental controls. The facility, once a symbol of alien technological superiority, was now a chaotic mess of flashing alarms and failing machinery. Damage was evident everywhere, power grids were overloaded, containment fields flickered erratically, and the entire structural integrity of the prison was compromised. Alien personnel scrambled to address the situation, their attempts to repair the damage proving futile against the scale of the breach. Emergency protocols were enacted, but their effectiveness was limited as the severity of the malfunction continued to escalate. The once formidable jail was now struggling to maintain any semblance of order. As the situation unfolded, the aliens' regret became palpable. They began to realize the enormity of their mistake in underestimating the human. The initial dismissal and scorn were replaced by a sobering recognition of their misjudgment. Alien leaders and guards, now facing the full brunt of the human's strategic prowess, reflected on their actions with increasing remorse. Dialogues among the aliens revealed their disillusionment. "We should have known better," one alien guard muttered, frustration evident in their voice. "We thought this human was nothing more than a mere inconvenience, but they've turned our own systems against us." The regret was not just about the immediate failure but also about the broader implications of their actions. They had underestimated the humans' resilience and intelligence, and now they were paying the price for their arrogance. The humans' position had dramatically shifted. No longer seen as a mere victim of alien cruelty, they were now viewed with a mix of respect and fear. The aliens' perception had transformed from mocking dismissal to a begrudging acknowledgement of the humans' capabilities. In the midst of the chaos, the human moved with a new confidence. Their actions had proven their strategic brilliance, and the aliens were now forced to reckon with their newfound respect for the human. The resolution of the conflict saw the human either escaping from the compromised facility or being granted a new status within the jail. The exact outcome depended on the humans' final moves, whether they chose to leverage their new position for further advantage or simply bide their time in a more secure role. In a reflective moment, the human contemplated their journey. They considered the harsh conditions they had endured and the clever strategies they had employed to overcome the aliens' challenges. This period of introspection highlighted their growth, from a prisoner in a hostile environment to a formidable force that had turned the tables on their oppressors. The closing scene reinforced the humans' triumph. The aliens, now facing the consequences of their actions, were left to deal with the aftermath of the humans' masterstroke. The once high-tech prison, now a symbol of failure, stood as a testament to the humans' resilience and ingenuity. The resolution left the audience with a sense of satisfaction, knowing that the human had triumphed against overwhelming odds and the aliens had learned a harsh lesson in humility. The long-term effects of the humans' actions on the aliens were profound and transformative. The once confident and dismissive attitude of the alien authorities gave way to a cautious and introspective approach. They implemented sweeping changes in their internal policies, focusing on improving their understanding and treatment of their prisoners. The incident led to a reassessment of their security measures and protocols, aiming to prevent similar breaches in the future. The Galactic Jail, once a symbol of invincibility, became a case study in failure and a lesson in humility. Alien leaders publicly acknowledged the flaws in their systems and revised their strategies to account for unforeseen variables, fundamentally altering their approach to imprisonment and alien interactions. The consequences of the humans' actions extended beyond immediate policy changes. The Galactic Jail underwent significant renovations to address the vulnerabilities exposed by the malfunction. New safeguards and enhancements were introduced to prevent any recurrence of such an event. The aliens involved faced disciplinary actions and reevaluations of their roles, as the failure to manage the situation had damaged their reputations. The humans' intervention had a ripple effect, influencing not only the jail, but also the broader galactic community's perception of security and resilience. The humans' new role reflected the dramatic shift in their status. Within the jail, they were no longer seen as a mere prisoner but as a significant figure, respected or feared depending on the perspective. Their actions had elevated them to a position of influence, either as a valued asset or a symbol of defiance. In the broader galactic context, the humans' success hinted at new opportunities and potential roles. Their demonstrated capabilities caught the attention of various factions and organizations, opening doors to alliances, negotiations, or new ventures. The humans' future was filled with possibilities, each shaped by their newfound prominence and the lessons learned from their remarkable feat. The broader implications of the humans' actions extended to the entire galactic community. The incident sparked discussions and debates about the nature of resilience and adaptability. It highlighted the dangers of underestimating individuals based on preconceived notions and the importance of acknowledging and preparing for diverse capabilities. The human success became a symbol of the unexpected strength that can emerge in the face of adversity, influencing how species and entities interacted and negotiated in the future. In the final scene, the humans stood as a testament to the triumph of resilience and strategic brilliance. The once impenetrable galactic jail, now a symbol of vulnerability, served as a backdrop to their victory. The humans' reflection on their journey underscored the themes of perseverance and ingenuity. As they looked out over the remnants of the chaotic facility, a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment filled them. Their story had not only reshaped their own destiny but had also left an indelible mark on the galactic community. The resolution of the narrative reinforced the key messages: the power of determination, the consequences of underestimation, and the ultimate success of those who rise above their challenges. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I promise you, nothing will happen to your finger.